we're making chickenless pot pie soup or stew, a mix of the two, a stew as Rachel Wade calls it, a stew. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna call it. Anyways, we're attempting to make this because this is my first time making it, but it's one of those comfort foods, you know, and you shave back some of the fat by taking away the crust, which I know that's like the best part, right? But we're gonna take that out this time. And yeah, it's so super delicious. It's one of those warm comfort foods. It's beginning to get cold. The fall is coming in. So this is great for fall, winter, whenever. And so we're going to make this. It's going to be so delicious. Full recipe is going to be written in the description box below. So check that out if you want a written recipe. And we're going to get cooking because we got a lot of ingredients to throw in this pot. I am using soy curls for the first time today, and I've got them like soaking in some broth. And so we're going to use those when the time calls for it, but this is what we're using for our chicken today, soy curls. So anyway, let me get you guys closer. Come closer. So we're going to begin by, I'm going to pour in some veggie stock. We're going to keep this recipe oil-free today. And I'm probably going to pour in even more than this because we want to really cook up our onion, our carrots, all that good stuff of them. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw in, I have about 2 to 3 chopped carrots here. I have 2 leeks here. You can use celery. And I have 1 whole onion that we're going to throw in. Get those bits that fly overboard. Now I'm going to throw in about a teaspoon of garlic. I'm not really going to measure it. Just going to eyeball it. Teaspoon of garlic powder. And I'm going to throw in some onion powder as well. About a teaspoon as well. Maybe a half to a teaspoon. Garlic powder. You can use fresh minced garlic. And you could just do a couple cloves of that if you wanted to. But I'm, you know, trying to save time and make this as simple and easy as possible. So this is 1 package of mushrooms in here. You could chop them up a little finer, but I love mushrooms. They're all meaty and chunky, and so you do whatever size you want. But this is like 1 8-ounce package. So we're going to add in a bit of thyme, about a fourth a teaspoon. I did a little bit more than that, but who's measuring? And then we're going to add in some sage. About a fourth a teaspoon of sage as well. Just taste it, do it according to your liking. About a fourth a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Usually I just go with poultry seasoning, but I'm really low on it, so I'm just going to add in about a fourth a teaspoon of that in here. You can also add some celery seed. I can't seem to locate mine at this time, so I'm not going to worry about it. You can also add in some nutritional yeast, about a tablespoon of nutritional yeast as well. And I'm going to kind of taste mine at the end, and I'll see if it needs the nutritional yeast, and I'll add that in there. But you can go ahead and add it in now if you like. So I let this cook up a bit. You want to let the onion, celery, and carrots cook up for about 3 to 4 minutes. And so now we're going to add in about 3 tablespoons, and I'll add more if I feel like it needs it, of flour. This is gluten-free flour. And this is going to help thicken up everything. Give us like that thick kind of pot pie consistency. Just cook that all up really nicely here. Overboard, just going to keep going with it. Alright, so now we're going to add in, I have 2 cups of not chicken and veggie broth. So I have a combo, and I'm going to show you the kinds that I use in case you're interested, but I'm going to add in almost the whole 2 cups, not all of it. We're going to just leave like a little bit left to help thin everything out. Alright, let's just mix that in here really well. And my potatoes that I'm going to be using are already pretty much cooked. So if you wanted to use fresh potatoes in this, then you could go ahead and you can throw in the fresh potatoes early on and, you know, let that cook up. 1 bay leaf. Alright, so I told you guys I was going to show you my favorite veggie broth. So I like to use the low sodium Trader Joe's. This is, I like to use low sodium veggie broths. And this is the one I use the most, but yeah. Okay, so it looks great. Make sure it looks really good. So now we're going to add in the rest of our stock. And we're going to add in, I have about 3 to 4 small to medium, really small chopped Yukon gold potatoes. Just add those in. Then I have like a half a pack of dehydrated of soy curls that I soaked in broth, and I just drained off the excess broth. Oh yeah. Mix that together. Doesn't that look good? I mean, at this point, it really does like look like a stew at this point. So I think if we kind of just added in some tomato paste and like more broth, it would be more like a stew. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in 1 cup of almond milk. Alrighty, there we go. Just mix that together. And we have our frozen peas that I'm going to go ahead and add in. We're just going to go ahead and add those in. And yeah. So, to thin it out just a bit though, I'm going to add in about a half a cup of water more. And then I have over here about 3/4 cups of just cashews and water. So you can add 3/4 cups of like dairy-free cream, heavy cream, whatever you want. And so now that we've added this, we're gonna let this cook down for about 10 more minutes. Let it just finish thickening up, about 10 or 15 more minutes, just until it's nice and thickened. Taste it, make sure everything is to your liking. And so I'm just gonna put the top on and let this cook. Alright guys, it is done, and you can add in your salt, your nutritional yeast, whatever you want to add in last. Just taste it. And I actually ended up cooking mine for about 20 minutes. I just kind of bring it to a boil because I had it cooking really low, and it's still kind of bubbly now, but it's just delicious, guys. It's just totally delicious. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plate that up. Where have I been? All right, taste test. Guys, this is so good. Good gravy, this is good.